The men would dress up and dance and jump up and down and show off their prowess. And the women would stand in a little circle and giggle and laugh with one another. And then a woman would run into the circle and grab one of the men, take him out in the bush and have a way with him and bring him back, grinning, and put him back in the circle. Stand there and talk to the others for a few minutes and run and get another one and take him out into the bush and bring him back. She might run through 6 of them. How many of you women, if you were really honest, when you get through having sex, it only makes you feel like you could handle about 10 more? Are there any women in the room? Because most women only get teased. You get just enough of it to want it. But it's over now. He's already halfway home. And you're kind of sitting there looking at the ceiling, going, how does this work exactly? But most of you get so complacent, you forget that sex is a woman thing yourself. You wonder, why does he want? I've had women, why do you want to have sex with me? And I'm like, could it have something to do with the fact that you're a woman? It's like, she don't even know. She's like, I don't understand why men are interested in me. Or the real classic one is, why me? And I'm like, is there something you know about you that I'm yet to find out? And probably all the other men in town, they already know, and I'm looking like an idiot over here talking to you because you are like, have no idea why men would want to be around you. This is common. I'm sure none of the women in this room, but other places I've been. So, to you men, how do you end up being in a community and nobody knows you're there as a man? How does that work? You actually are there and nobody acknowledges that you're a man. What did you do to manage to even create such a phenomenon? I'm like baffled. I said, you could interact with women, and probably plenty of them, just by going to dinner and saying, my name is so-and-so, and then from that point on, keep your mouth shut. Stop talking about dumb stuff. Well, I've traveled to such and such. I've got this kind of car, do this kind of work, and I'm available. Nah. A woman doesn't care what you do. In fact, like I said, you'd be better off if you were silent, because then she could at least sit there and make up her own fantasy about you. But if you say something, you're gonna mess it up. Like, oh, why did he have to open his mouth? Oh man, that went my night. I'm going home. See, As a man, I need to be able to come to a woman and communicate with her in such a way that she gets it within 5 or 10 minutes, that I'm the kind of man that I will take your 24-hour, 7-day-a-week chaos that you live in and make it into a much more beautiful reality so you can sleep at night. A man comes to bring clarity and structure to a woman's life. But if you're a man that has no clarity or structure in your own life, you're useless to a woman. You're just going to exacerbate her already chaos. She feels more jacked up and out of her body in the room with you than she did by herself. Because you up in the room jittery and nervous and leg going 1,000 miles an hour while you're talking to her. Because you're so nervous about being in the presence of a woman. And so she's watching you and she's getting more and more spastic herself. Nah, there's another way to do it that in no way resembles how we're doing it. If I go to dinner with a woman and she looks a little spastic, I say, is there a part of your body that you will allow me to have contact with in this restaurant? You pick it. Well, here. That'll do. And I'll take that finger and 3 fingers and put them around it and start to work those 3 fingers on that little finger until she's what's going on? And then it's like we can't do this here. It's all good. I just wanted to get you in your body so we could enjoy ourselves. 99 times out of 10, there's very little that a man needs to say. A woman is really never with you to get you to talk to her. She's already talked herself blue that day with her girlfriends. She is so tired of talking. And then here you come and you got, story after story after story, and she's like, oh, yeah. She is in no way interested in what you're talking about. When she comes around a man, she is about immediate things, like, what do you think about eyes? You never even noticed I cut my hair. This is different nail polish than yesterday. And you up there, you never even realized she had hair. So a lot of the work that I'm doing on the planet, a lot of the sharing that I'm doing, people call me healers, tantric man. I'm none of those things. Never get it twisted. I'm just a man living his life and courageous enough to let other people watch me do what I do and be how I be in hopes that if they can glean something from it, good on you. Say that right? Good on you, that kind of how I go? Okay, cool. So the body work is to actually bring a woman back in her body and allow her to start to know what is it like to be a woman on the planet, and most women leave with their eyes like this. I had no clue. None of what I've experienced here today has ever been even thought about in my mind, let alone experienced. This is how out of touch we are on this planet as far as what a woman is really about. And how do you bring her forward so that all of us can come forward? Without her, we're doomed.